Guys, we're jumping into game number 3 in the series and spawning up in the top left hand corner, playing as the red Terran for Exile5 Academy. This is Runamok.
And in the top right, in the fetching orange, it is Exile5 Academy's Protoss player, Namakaye.
Okay, so we have Cactus Valley and its horizontal spawns. Right off the bat, this is going to be good for Runamok because he can just drop the main in a straight line. That's exactly what he wants to do.
And by the same token, if Namakaye decides to go for Phoenix Colossus again, it gives him less area that he needs to cover with those Phoenix, so it'll be a lot easier to intercept those drops and potentially force Runamok to go take a very circuitous route around to attack from the south.
Yeah, well, as a trade-off, as you kind of just brought up there, because it's such a straight kind of drop path into the main, it inversely means you have to go all the way around the map to get to the third base to harass there. And especially with that watchtower in the middle, like if they have the watchtower, that makes you have to travel so far around the map just to get to the third base. However, if you take the watchtower, you can cut across pretty comfortably. Alright, I've noticed that my voice is a little bit not too good today, guys, but that's because I'm a little bit sick, a little bit backed up, a little bit phlegmy, so apologise for that. Not my usual crisp casting voice, but just have to deal. Oh, CC first once again from Runamok. Gonna stick to what works.
And double gas down for Namakaye. I have a feeling we're going to see another Phoenix Colossus versus Stem Bio with drops. So basically what it looks like they're going to be doing is, in a standard boxing match, is just trying to show who has the better control, better army management, and better sensor engagements. Looks like they want to stick with the styles they're comfortable with, and just try and outplay their opponent rather than trying to trick them or do fancy shenanigans. They just want to straight up knock their opponent out.
Now, one thing I've actually noticed here, because this is the second time we've casted Namakaye and 2 different matchups, and I've actually noticed, I'm not too sure if it's something that he's aware of or not, but he seems to be very one-directional with his builds, in a sense. Like, he's been doing nearly the same thing every game, which does make him a little bit predictable. And I'm not too sure if Runamok is aware of this or not, but we'll see. But I think that actually might be why Runamok's going for the CC first, because he knows that his opponent's going to be playing the way he does, and he can get away being a little bit greedy.
And greed is definitely the name of the game when playing against someone like Namakaye, who historically not only doesn't go for early aggression and all-ins, even in private chat tends to dismiss the notion of rushes, cannon rushes, and all those sneaky one-base plays. He's very much all about the macro play, and that gives people who play against him the knowledge that they can be a bit greedy opening up, so long as they have something to defend against, either the Oracle or a little bit of pressure at around the 6 to 7 minute mark.
And speaking of the Oracle, that is exactly what he's going for again. So he's going to be doing the exact build in all the games in the series, and he will be sticking to that one style. So Runamok in that last game did crack the Phoenix Colossi style, and we'll see if he can do it again. Alright, so SV gets in here, sees, alright, you've already expanded, and he's actually not going to commit up into the main base and scout. But he does have a couple of Marines out. Oh, actually, he's only going to have 6 out just in time, so he will be able to deal with the Oracle, but if the Oracle is controlled well, Namakaye will be able to zip around and still get a couple of SCV kills.
That could be a misjudgment there. I mean, he's got 6
there's
in
a scan. There's a scan, but problem is, it doesn't really allow him to do anything, because he has the engineering bay on the way, but it's not done in time to build turrets. He sees the Oracle pop out, so he doesn't really have any real reaction time, other than, okay, I need my Marines to be in position.
And Namakaye is not paying attention. If he's not careful, that was exactly what Runamok needed. By taking off all the shields and part of the health, that gives him a bit more leeway to use less units to do more. And whereas before those 2 or 3 Marines would have just been instant food, now Namakaye can't really push it, just in case the unit pops out at the wrong time and has the extra DPS to finish off the Oracle. So we're going to let those shields regenerate, then come back in.
Okay, so once again, it really is the mirror game. No real differences from game number 1, and we are going to be moving into that kind of same mid-game situation where Runamok might move across on the map, try and do like a 10-minute time with the medevacs, but other than that, we won't be expecting anything to really be happening other than this Oracle darting in and out, trying to be annoying, trying to get work done until he transitions behind it.
And he's got 3 kills so far, which is something, but not as much as you want for that expenditure. And so he'll sit there, let it regenerate, try and get more done. But I think at this point, unless Runamok miscontrols terribly, that Oracle will be better used for revelations later and just general scouting.
Yep, that's why Namakaye will definitely want to keep this alive. The revelations, they are so good in this matchup, because if you see the drops moving out, if you see a drop coming in, if you know it's coming,
careful.
you just deny it straight up in that manner. Okay, so the double tick as whirring as normal, +1 on the way for Runamok, and I really hope to see Runamok do what he did in the last game and just be so on point with his upgrades. Go for that 2-2, that 3-3, be very on point there, and if you can do that again, I'd put my money on Runamok in this game if he can pull off that same kind of play that he did in that previous game.
And one thing I have to say about Runamok's play is, because I joined IXL a while ago and I've been able to see Josh's play from streams all over that time, I can tell that he's really tightened up his play. His macro is a lot more crisp, it's a lot more on point. His micro has come along in leaps and bounds. I rarely see him do major missteps anymore. Whereas once upon a time, there used to be an ongoing joke of, he'd lose his Reaper every time, or he'd always get supply blocked. Mind you, he is a little bit supply blocked right now, so sorry Josh, but you failed the test on that one.
2 out of 3, 2 out of 3.
Ain't bad, but supply block of this time of game is pretty major. So he's probably face palming right now and planning his way around it.
Oh, that's not too bad. I mean, that's one thing that you get to this stage of level, you learn how, okay, I get supply blocked, and macros is all about always spending your money. So in this case, you'll just figure, alright, I'm a little bit supply blocked, how do I spend my money? Chuck down some extra Raxes, chuck down your upgrade facilities, all that kind of shenanigans. This is your go-to response to supply block. Because the whole point of having money is to spend money.
And I like this, he's preparing a turret where he wants to take his base first, so when he does land the CC, he's already got the Oracle defense up.
And more importantly as well, the Phoenix defense, because Phoenix is, oh boy, they can really do a number on a mineral line if there is no turret up to defend. Even if there's only like...
Scan is rising. 5, soon to be 6.
And actually I've noticed Runamok's timings with his second starport, they're getting crisper with each game. In this game, he's actually already built the reactor from the factory and is building a starport right onto the reactor. So, just small things, but he's really tightening up that Viking, that starport production.
Yeah. One thing that I've noticed from Josh's practice is that if he comes across something that he may not have been quite hoping for, the first game might go a bit shaky, but each time he follows up, he adjusts and he just tightens up every bit of response. It will still come down to how he handles those engagements and whether he can get the good drops in. If he can get one good drop in, I think he'll be very much in favour of him.
One issue though is Namakaye, he's looking pretty strong as well. I mean, double upgrades on the way, double Stargate pumping out Phoenixes. His Colossi count is a little bit small at the moment, but he is slowly but surely building it up. And
I like that pylon placement. It's going to go down now, but that lets him know where the army's coming in from and let him decide what to do with his units.
Well, the third Nexus isn't quite completed yet, so he definitely needs to commit units here to defend, because he can't use Photon Overcharge just yet.
I mean...
And actually, look at this, Nama's really doing a good job here, putting out these proxy pylons all over the map. These are going to be so valuable as the game goes on.
And now it's Nama playing like a Zerg, because Zerg know to send out their overlords, which, it's a risk of supply, but that 100 minerals is really well spent for map presence, even if you lose them. And the same applies for pylons. If losing that 100 minerals lets you know that an attack is coming in at just that time, that can save you thousands of minerals and resources.
Oh wait, he's pulling the boys! He's pulling the boys now. This is why, Runamok has slowly but surely adjusted his style. He actually baited out the Revelation on the small squad of units, and these squads are going to run ahead, stem forward, and basically keep Actually, no, this one medevac has been revealed, so he does see the boys being pulled.
I honestly, whenever I see the boys pulled, I kind of start thinking of it as a flash suicide. Because in recent times, most games I see the boys get pulled end badly for the Terran. Because it almost goes all in.
At the highest level of play, the SV pool is started to be figured out pretty well. But we'll see how it works against Nama. Phoenixes, where are his Phoenixes? Here they go. Finally getting up with the army. Ghost leading the charge with the EMP. Oh, here we go. Oh, nice. He's trying to bait the Protoss army forward, and that third base is going down. So that is already a nice little pickup for Runamok here. But now he's going to go for it and try and commit.
I think he has to get more done. He's gone all in now. If he does not get a crippling blow here, taking the third is nice, but Nama can recover from that if he crushes this army.
There's only one sentry here, and it might have been hit by the force field. I can't quite see it. It's underneath the entire army, so where is that sentry?
Well, let me just...
There it is. How many force fields does it have? It's got 2 force fields.
Oh, that may be enough for Josh to do well here.
The Phoenix is doing a good job there. Got a Ghost, got a couple of Vikings.
But remember, for every minute that these SCVs are derping around with his army and he's not attacking, that's income that he's losing. Income that the Protoss has.
It's not looking good. A lot of SCVs are at the back and not taking the damage, and a lot of Bar did go down. Now the SCVs are at front, but there's still the 3 Colossi up. He needs to get on top of the Colossi now. If he can take out these Colossi, he could still be in it, but the Bio force is dwindling very quickly, and there's an Immortal just chunking down the Marauders.
And this is exactly what I expected to happen. This is an all-in move. If you take that engagement badly, if you do not put the SCVs in front, and that was Josh's mistake, he did not bring the SCVs